You sawing?
Yeah. Yo. So we are here at the Fletcher. I always do this, don't I?
You are every week.
I
H.
always-
Fletcher
yeah, I always
Brown.
I always mess this up. I always mess this one part up. What is it?
H. Fletcher Brown.
H. Fletcher Brown, Boys and Girls Club, located in Wilmington, Delaware.
That's right.
This the first day jam session. First day jam session, business of music session, conversation.
The Evolution series.
Nice. It's definitely evolution. This is actually our new location. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Getting nice crisp vocals in this beautiful Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, it's a nice atmosphere
right
in here
here.
too. Like, seriously, every time I come in here, I just feel good. However, B Smith brought special guests today. I'll let B Smith introduce.
All right, well,
You know
look,
what I mean?
I'm going to need you to switch the camera over to my guys right here. We got Lituation. And, oh, my bad, what's your DJ name, bro? DJ 2. What? Because he got the do-rag on, too, y'all. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all see him. You feel me? Y'all see this going
Straight
on.
like that.
You feel me? Eric does everything, you know what I mean? As far as DJ 2, Wavy 2, they do a lot. They got a lot going on right here. So y'all tell them what y'all want to tell them of what y'all got going on.
What's going on? My name's Eric, DJ name DJ E Coop, founder, CEO of Lituation Entertainment LLC. Started that in 2016. I've been making our way up ever since. What Lituation does is pretty much we work with different people in the community, mostly youth, with radio, recording, artists. We also do entertainment as far as events, party planning, fashion shows, you name it, we do it pretty much. And we've been rocking out ever since, pretty much, for that. My guy right here, Too Wavy, he's been starting out with DJing and helping me out with the radio station, with the youth. So, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
He basically
Introduce
told it.
yourself.
He basically But yeah, like when he thought of Lituation, we actually was throwing basements throwing parties in our basements.
Hold on, did you go to Del Castle too?
Nah.
Because it was the Del Castle way.
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we came a long way. We started when we was DJing parties, we was actually using CDs with multiple songs on them and just switching them. So now, I was always helping him, so now we doing it together. So that's how I got into the DJ.
Word. So where's your residency now when it comes to DJing? Where do you usually DJ at? Like, it's usually on a radio station, or do you do it at certain events?
Yeah, I do it at certain events.
Mm-hmm.
But as I get comfortable, I'm gonna start expanding, doing parties and all that.
For myself, I've been doing events, clubs. I just started doing radio, so.
Word.
Yeah, I did a little set on Power 99 not too long ago, so.
Oh, shoot.
Definitely.
Word.
Trying to get back into that, going to that area right now.
Right.
Nice.
I heard that. So, what do y'all? Where do y'all see the conversation going when it comes to your business, right? Because usually, businesses look towards a year, in advance. How do you see the game changing, and how can you benefit from it?
Well, our mission, like I said, is always trying to get youth to come together and do something alternative and stuff like that. So I would probably say in about a year or so, actually, mine's is like a 5 to 10 year goal. I'm trying to get my own building right now, build a community center of just entertainment and arts, teaching them how to DJ, teaching them how to do recording, teaching them how to do engineering stuff, computer stuff, having them plan their own events, doing fashion, stuff like that. The whole 9 yards, that's what I'm trying to end up working on. Right
now. What do you think about the event planner? Like that whole stigma. People think you gotta go to school for it, and you gotta do all this shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, here goes what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna tell people not to go to college. I went to college, but I dropped out. Still go to college if that's your thing, but sometimes it's not for everybody.
Right.
But it's event planning is all creative. Everything is creative. So like when you're planning your event, it's how you vision it, how you want to end up doing it.
You just gotta have that wild imagination for it to come true.
Word. I feel that.
Because if you don't got that imagination, it's like everything you think of is getting shut down because like if you're not thinking about it to your full potential. But if you got that imagination, you know you'll think of it, you'll do it. It's like nothing can stop you or ruin it. So
perfect example. Last year, 2 years ago, we started our first fashion show. Started it off in a gym at Rose Hill Community Center. At that time, I was winding up saying that I want to do it in a bigger place. I've always wanted it in a bigger place. Last week, as you could see, we went somewhere bigger. We went to the Longshoreman Hall, which, if anybody really doesn't know, that's the biggest in Newcastle County for halls in general, besides the Chase Center. So the next goal after this one, which we're trying to get done in March, is having a fashion show in the Chase Center. So we're trying to have.
That's the baseball studio, right? Baseball stadium?
No, it's right.
It's right next to it. Yeah.
It's the one that has the Westin Hotel built into it.
That's gonna be big, man.
I haven't been there in a minute.
Yeah, that's gonna be big.
So we're just now starting to plan that out, and trying to get those things ready for March. We're doing a lot of big things in there for that one. So, especially because that's gonna be our 5th year anniversary that day.
Oh wow! So 5 years of the Lituation fashion shows.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Yeah,
definitely, man. Definitely got like when brothers stick together. You feel me? Got to be celebrated, man. Because outside these walls, it's a whole different story. You feel me? So that's definitely to be celebrated, man. For real.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we striving the same for ourselves, so we. Anybody else is doing the same thing. Gotta walk with it. For real. For real, man. Yeah, I be saying the same thing about college, man. It's really I don't. My personal belief is not really for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna really teach you how to work money, how to make money, or give you at least push you down a path of those ideas. You feel me?
They don't show you the true business aspect, and it's like what I learned from somebody was. You have a teacher that's teaching you business that's never owned their own business before. So why are you learning that from somebody that's never done it? I would rather learn it from somebody that's already in the game, that's doing that already. And I've been working with these I've been going to these entrepreneur conferences every 2 weeks. And they basically, it's like millionaires in there just talking about making money, how to connect, network, and stuff like that with small businesses and stuff like that. So it's like those are the targets of where you're trying to end up meeting, not with someone that's teaching you out of a book on how to do it.
And you spending money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can invest that bread somewhere else.
Yeah. So,
and that's in Delaware?
I actually go to Lancaster for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I head out to Lancaster for that.
Okay. That's close to Delaware. That's not far at all. So.
But there's I go there once every 2 weeks, and they sit down, they network with you. The last time I was there, I met the CEO of Nike.
Wow.
Runs the whole entire thing. He came out there and did a conference with everybody, talking to everybody. Talked to him. He actually came to the fashion show too. I didn't say anything to anybody about it because he was trying to pick about 4 models to be in his fall collection next year. So, big names, big things going on, and he's been talking to me about a lot of different things of what he wants to end up bringing, helping him with Delaware and helping with different things in the community and stuff like that. So,
that's needed. It's definitely needed, man.
It's emerging out here, man. It's just a lot going on. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
They're not going to be talking about us the way they was in about a couple years, man. Because they're going to be coming here for a lot.
It's coming together.
Well, you always said it. This is the place where you start your company at.
It is.
It's a science. It's a science land right here. You feel me? Science and business. And you can turn that into whatever you want to turn it into.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best place to get your LLC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The best place to start your LLC and just have your office out here and your other branches, other places.
Yeah.
You know, like you just gotta know how to move on a chessboard because it's really just chess. Knowing how to move them pieces and making the proper sacrifices. You know, every step of the way.
That's real. That's real. It's definitely, I would say too, to add on to that, like it's survival too, because coming off of the job and everything, that's all I knew. So coming to an area where it's like I don't know if I'm going to make money the next month. My mind is, how am I going to make money the next month? You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like Dex, he on his like sixth revenue stream. You know what I mean? And so like when you come from the hustler mind state where I'm at now, and you like, okay, let me go build this 401k up real quick.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Bro, I'm just a hustler by all means.
Mm-hmm.
I can sell paper, bro.
So it's like easier when you get back into it. You know what I mean?
It's like I work a job too, so I understand how to balance life. I know it's a balance to it. Like you gotta understand your purpose. Like you don't get a job just to pay bills unless that's your purpose.
Yeah.
Then every day you gotta remind yourself that I'm here to pay bills. But every day I remind myself that I'm here to take care of my sons.
Mm-hmm.
And they have needs. However, I have vision. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to keep my vision less chaotic when I can fulfill their needs and handle my business and handle what God got for me too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a balance.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
For a minute though, I wasn't, a real testimony, I wasn't able to balance it.
Right. It was chaotic.
It was chaotic. I couldn't balance my family or the business.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there trying to figure out this whole time, like, yo, I need a son. Like, how can I keep this thing in a structure? I had to understand responsibility.
Yeah.
I had to understand respond instead of react. I had to read. I had to know how to read again, like comprehend. Because everything, a lot of people don't know how to comprehend with each other.
Right.
You can have a conversation with people the whole time, and they don't understand nothing you talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking to a Spanish person. All they do is speak Spanish, and all you do is speak English.
Yeah.
In order to bring a universal language, you got to show them. And then we can all learn and comprehend better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to be shown how to balance life, and now I'm better at it now. I know how to balance this, that. It's no juggling. It's balance. I don't juggle nothing. It's balance. I'm a balancing act. Like, that's what you got to just do. You just got to balance. Everybody will get it, I think. It's just that you just got to... It's your time. You know when your time comes, you wake up, call our father. I say it's a lot because it's so close to him. His birthday just passed. Our father died. So it's like, you got your family now. They dependent on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another balance. Mama got to get her grass cut. Mama need this on certain days.
Yeah. Simple thing.
Yeah.
Simple thing.
Sisters, they want to talk to you. You got to lend your ear. They didn't ask you a question, so you just got to listen. So don't be giving your advice out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
She called you just to talk, not to hear what you got to say.
That's real.
These just learning lessons, though. You feel me? Along the way, like even when you're shorty talking, like, she just want to talk. Don't suggest shit. Don't start ringing on her girlfriends. You feel me? You already know in the back of your head, you got a couple joints in your head, like, that bald head joint did that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shoot, just talk, baby. It's cool. I'm going to listen.
Word. They love it when you keeping up. Like, hold on, wait. You said who did what? Okay, go ahead.
Because you got to think, your whole mind should be on your vision.
Yeah.
Your whole mind should be on your purpose. Look, talk. Because while you talking, I'm creating a way out.
Facts.
I'm going to create a way out every time.
Yeah.
Because we live in the
I'm
ghetto.
looking at the patterns and why he said create. I'm seeing like a maze. You know what I mean? It's like a straight maze, and I'm just looking for the way out every time.
Real
That's
talk.
funny.
Yeah,
Just
man.
creating the way out.
Your brain always needs some type of stimulation when it comes down to that. Like you're always looking or seeing something, hearing something.
Your imagination.
Yeah. It's powerful, man.
That can help you in the long run.
It can.
That's the real college.
Yes.
It's creating, and I think that's what we're all here for anyway. To clean up and create.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody likes a junky room.
No.
You got to clean up.
Facts.
And then once you clean up, you got room to think and, add extra stuff that you want to do in life.
And you know where your stuff is at.
Yeah. You
Like,
do know where your
honestly,
stuff at.
You just know where everything is at. You know.
Like, question for everybody. Where do y'all see the community going as far as, what we're doing, trying to help out the youth and the students and stuff like that? Where do y'all see it going in 5 years?
And I'll add too, music, fashion,
All that shit.
The whole
entertainment.
The whole
Whole
entertainment
entertainment
part.
in Wilmington.
Cause they all intertwine together.
Me personally, everybody in the community wants to do something in entertainment. Everybody in the community has something that they want to do that's an activity. Something else for them to do that's an alternative, whether if it's positive or negative. Our goal is to give them that positive outcome before they find that negative. That's what I always feel as though that I feel like in the next 5 years, if I'm able to touch as many people as I can with this positive outcomes of what I'm doing, then I'll be good.
Straight up.
For real.
Yeah. It's like-minded.
That was nice.
Yeah, like-minded. Very
Yeah.
like-minded. Very like-minded.
What about you?
What I see in the community 5 years from now, I would want to see it like very known. Like, you know how like when you talking to somebody and you like when they ask you where you from, you like Delaware, be like, oh, where's that?
Right.
Yeah. In 5 years, I want that to change. I want like Delaware to be like up there. Like, oh, I want to go to Delaware instead of like New York and all that. Like, we just gotta stop hating and stop beefing with each other and just
That's another
build a
thing.
bond.
That's another thing that's hard.
That's what's really killing the community. It's all this anger for no reason.
So why do you think people got jealousy, you think?
I've heard that several times where people have said, I've heard artists themselves say, I'm moving because Delaware doesn't show love like that.
Why they think that, though?
Because they feel as though that some Delaware artists feel as though that they should already be at this top, getting this label signed because of how their mentality is, of how I get that, they're good artists, they got it down packed, but it's like you for example, one of my artists in particular, I'm not going to name his name out like that, but he just moved down to Texas. Because of this situation, he felt as though Delaware wasn't showing him nothing. Delaware wasn't doing anything for you, and it's not the people in Delaware. It's the people that you're supposed to know to connect yourself in Delaware for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I keep on going to the same place over and over again.
You driving yourself insane.
I'm supposed to be networking everywhere.
Right.
Going to everything. Doing everything.
Straight.
And his situation that I had was with artists, some artists don't know how to do clean music versus dirty.
Right.
So it's like
that don't exist no more.
It don't. So it's like how you expect to end up getting more people to listen to your music if you can't even perform a clean set. You know what I'm saying? How am I supposed to book you for other events if you can't even do that? Granted, I know that you can do, a club, nightclubs and stuff like that, or a showcase. But what if I want you to do like a community event? You know what I'm saying? What if I want you to do how they have peace on the streets? What if I want you to open up for one of the people out there? I know that they don't be cussing out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to learn that aspect first of making sure that your music is you can go both ways. Not too many artists in Delaware know how to do that.
Remember back in the day when the artist would create rap the clean version and rap the dirty version. You would just, I remember listening to the records just to hear the distinct difference in the performance. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think
that
was
used to be
because they
so
used to
interesting
write
to
their
me.
music though.
Yeah.
When you don't write your songs and you go in there freestyle, you
That's-
don't know
that's how most
you
of them
cursing
are.
too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not even writing it down. You're not even.
Yeah, they
making-
used to do that.
They don't like we used to write. A lot of us used to write music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us still do
Still
write
do,
music.
yeah.
I think a lot of artists, but majority artists nowadays
They don't.
go in the
They
studio and
freestyle.
waste their money.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, they do. You
They
know
be
what I'm
writing in the
saying?
studio, 45 an hour.
I mean, we're gonna take the money if we got the studio.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
gotta
however,
pay
cause we
rent.
gotta pay our bills. However,
But in Delaware, that's their situation. Is you just wasting your money to do a song because you think it's hot off the top of your head, but not writing it down, and how you can't remember the fact that you need to make sure if you're doing this event for a community that it has to be clean. Then
Right.
you slip up and cuss in the middle of that. Now no one wants to work with you.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say something similar, but like I had an event where I had let one of my workers actually host one of my events. And I let her, pretty much produce the whole entire show. Messed up on my end because I didn't know what was going on. And found out that there was like a lot of explicit stuff. That tore me down for like 2 shows.
Ooh, why is that?
Like that show after that, basically she had a dance that was really inappropriate. And I'm talking about like you had grandmoms in there and you looking like you in a strip club.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it was a problem because it said dance on the brochure, but I never seen it. And
Right.
at that time, I was dealing with artists. I still deal with a lot of anyways now, but I have it more balanced than I did before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I had it. The reason why I have it more balanced is because of that lesson that I went through.
Straight
up.
And it's like, she did that during that show, and I'm sitting there and I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing people actually walk out.
Wow.
And then I had that next fashion show, and people was like, yeah, it was good, but I still remember what happened the last time. You know what I'm saying? So it took me forever to get that out of people's heads. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And build up my clientele a different way.
Right.
So it's all about how you present yourself in a way. You know what I'm saying? With anybody, with artists, with entertainers, with event planning, it's how you present yourself, how you want to end up showing the public to yourself.
Right.
I don't want to show myself looking like a fool or messing up,
Yeah.
because then that's the crowd that you're gonna get,
Right.
Yeah.
and that crowd's not gonna give you the money.
No.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hate to say it, but be honest with you, majority of the white money. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
You know what I'm
engage.
saying?
It's clean.
So I say that, but the homosexual crowd,
Mm-hmm.
they pay like they weigh. The girls pay like they weigh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The white people pay like their way. That's just what it is. Even certain men
Yes, sir.
pay like their way. It's like certain crowds that will pay. It's just that certain people that be close to you be wanting the
Discount.
okie doke.
To answer your question, and I'm gonna say it as simple as this, I feel as though artists need to figure out what type of clientele they want first before they go into the studio.
Their audience.
They need to figure out what audience do they want before they end up going into the studio and doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring out what those other artists are doing to get that type of audience to end up doing what they need to do.
Right.
Yep.
To be honest with you, I don't even think they do that now. Because if you literally sit down and listen to like 5 different artists, you're gonna realize that everything they're saying is the exact same, but it's just a different flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you gotta switch that up, you can't rap about the same thing, because then you're gonna get the same results. It's not gonna change. So like if you switch it up, you're bound to have a different reaction,
Mhm.
if you like it or not. So
Well, I think definitely y'all can attest to this when it comes down to like musical or unique expression of your music. Like I say, for me, for a while, like from age 19 to like 28, none of my friends liked my music because I wasn't making music like them. It took me years to get on the trap wave, and you know what I mean? Because I was like, damn, come on, like everybody on the same shit. I didn't know how to like make that shit sound different until I heard how they made it sound. Honestly, it's like, oh, they still using the sounds, but it got a different feel to it. That's the same process I use on everything, but. You know, it wasn't until then. Nobody wanted to really mess with us. I mean, I remember hearing, like, me and Albie had a talk. He was like, man, people don't understand me. This is like when y'all first started. Albie was like the first one to understand. He told me.
Oh, dope. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You come through a lot.
Yeah. A couple of tracks.
You feel me? So that understanding, that takes years. I think a lot of artists don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's heartbreaking. You
It's
gotta be tough.
It's patience. You know, you gotta just, to me, and the way I look at it, you gotta see that vision. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot of patience to see that vision.
Yeah.
With
Honestly.
anything that you do in entertainment, it takes that long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta invest in yourself too. You can't be afraid to have a job and say, yo, this week I'm gonna buy a Mac. Next week I'm gonna buy the speakers. The week after that I'm gonna buy the microphone. Like, it's okay to pace yourself and collect things. You don't always gotta buy everything at once. An investment is an investment regardless, whether it's big or small.
Yeah.
It's an investment. You know what I'm saying? Burger is an investment. You invest in it to fulfill your hunger.
Yeah.
You invest in the studios to fulfill your creativity. It's the same. It's the same thought, but it's a bigger, smaller investment. So, you know, I just think artists in reality just need to invest in themselves, write it down, make a plan, and invest in yourself. Start with a plan. Because if you don't plan, you're going to fail.
Yeah, you're gonna fail.
Start with a game plan. We wake up in the morning and be like, yo, today, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, it could be the simplest thing. It could be a diet. You know what I mean? Or, you know, your schedule during the week. I think, like most artists, you know, they should plan out. Start small. Then get a vision board.
Get a vision board
out.
Get a vision board, definitely. That's what we did.
You know.
Everything on our vision board we actually accomplished.
Yeah.
Record labels, we see them. Like, everything we really say really happened. We wrote a vision board.
Yeah.
Our LLCs, we got like 4 businesses now. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Like,
It's going to happen.
a vision board helps out a lot, though.
Yeah.
A vision board. You get to see it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vision board helps out. Like, if you haven't put a vision board up, try that out, yo.
What do y'all do when it comes down to planning? Like, let's say for the fashion show, we should get some B-roll going on. We got it.
All right, now we well, the last one was kind of different because I planned it with another person. And
Illy Boutique, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Love how we came up with the idea for this fashion show. She brought me to another level for where I want to end up going, which I appreciate. There was some flaws into the way. I could say we're planning a fashion show, and I knew this from the beginning. But she made it a goal for me, and I kind of appreciate it, but at the same time, it hurt me at the same time. So I'm still trying to catch up. Planning a fashion show takes about 6 months to do. We did that show in 3.
Wow.
Which was like half of the time, most of the money.
Wow.
Yeah. When you think about it, like for parties and stuff like that, I would say it takes about a good 3-4 months if you want a really nice party to end up throwing up. Especially if you want an artist, 4 to 5, depending on how much money you make, and what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go with it. You know what I'm saying? I was impressed with myself that I made it in 3 months. But at the same time, and this is just coming from me, I didn't like how it looked personally.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else loved it. Thought this was the biggest, phenomenal job. Everybody loved it. And I appreciate everything that you do, but I know my worth.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
I know I could have did better if I had more time. So, you know, I was trying to also teach her that, you know, you can't rush
stuff like this. This is a process that you have to go through that I've been through. So, granted, we did it in 3 months. I'm glad that we accomplished that. I can sit here and say, yeah, I've done a fashion show in 3 months. It's possible. But realistically, it's not good for you.
It's a good way to learn your limitations, or what you can maximize at. So you're like, okay, if I can stay within this box of planning.
So within them 3 months, right? Just say it takes 6 months to create the fashion show. However, you want to do it in 3 months. How can you be able to still do it in 3 months and it be like a 6 month plan?
It depends on how big you're trying to do it.
Okay.
Like I said, especially I'm doing the next one in the in the Chase Center. I need that 6 months.
Yeah. Right.
That's a big event. You're expecting close to about 1,000, 1,500 people there. You want to make sure that thing looks sharp.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's someone told me it's a triangle. There's quality. I can't think of it right now. Quality, quantity, and one other one. You can have the money and make it look good, but not enough time. You're stressed out. You can have the time. You can have the time and you can only have 2 of the 3 components. That's basically what he said. I got to go back and talk to him to figure out what he said. But I know you can have 3 of those to put an event together. I'm not going to sit here and say it's impossible to do it. It's just, if you're doing a starter show or something like that, yeah, maybe 3 months might work for you. But when you're in this game and you picture to see how you pretty much are doing your own show and stuff like that, and you want it to be this big event, you have all of these ideas going on, you need to make sure that you have that time and you have that money. I'm gonna put it out there. I was impressed with us as well because we had to come up with $3,000 in that 3 months. I came up with that $3,000 in 3 days.
Dang.
Before the show.
3.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn right, I know what you're saying.
Yes.
Bro, everything that we've been doing, straight coming out of our pocket. We just spent about that much for a freaking shoot. We involved. We talking about spending money.
You know,
I understand what you said. That's when you had said something about you did most of the time. I mean, most of the money you spent.
Most money and half the time.
Half the time. You know that hit me hard when you said that because it was like, dang. That's some good wording. A good way of putting it.
So it's like, for me, those were my 2 biggest impressions out of that show. You know, granted, I made the money. I got the show where it had to be.
Straight up.
I just did not like how it looked.
Okay.
So
Exactly.
so you had the finances. You did it in enough time, but the way you pictured it.
Yeah, the vision is like you want it to be what you say it's going to be.
Right.
And the way how we envisioned it was supposed to be a red carpet king and queen type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that it was there, but it wasn't there of how I wanted it.
Right.
You know.
Now, what did you not have? You did not have the lighting.
We had good lighting. Appreciate you.
Right.
We had the chairs for the thrones.
Okay.
I had to get like a mom and pop chair because the thrones costed $2,000 each for what.
That's why that 6 months matter.
Yeah, little stuff like that.
Dang, you
listen, artists.
Yeah, y'all gotta listen to this. That's some real talk.
We went to Party City and grabbed this fabric that ripped. I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? We got a backdrop that kept falling. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that was what we were supposed to on the floor. We were supposed to have LED lights lighting up on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Didn't put that down.
That's why the 6 months makes sense.
6 months. 6 months.
Division.
The only way I feel like a 6 month plan can work in that type of element if you had other investors.
Yeah.
That sometimes help when you got other hands that throw their money up in the pot. Like he throws his money up, he throws his money, I throw mine up. You know what I'm saying? And then just you add it on. You throw 1,000 up. You throw 1,000. That's 5,000 right there for a beginner packet of a show.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's why, like, when it came down to, like, you know, working with him on a fashion show, it was important for me to showcase what could be the potential for the next one. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's always like my mentality is fuck the audience if they don't come. Right. Like, I'm not saying fuck the audience. I'm just saying I don't give a fuck about the audience. We need to make sure we get this on tape so people can see exactly what's going on in this event. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think, you know, despite the little things that you say, I think that somebody else is going to be little things, but the people like us, those are big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The people don't see.
What
we see.
Yeah.
They're just in your brain. Yeah. That's how I see it. Like, your vision. So when you invite people to your vision, you're not in my world. You're in my brain. Mm-hmm. This is what I've been talking about this whole time, guys. Yeah. Y'all here. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you watch a movie and you know the dramatic irony.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know what's going to happen before the person knows what's going to happen in their situation. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The other thing I can sit here and say I had a problem with this event, and I feel like this is just with every single event that I do. It cannot. Sometimes it's not even you. Sometimes it's other people that are involved. In our fashion show, we started at 3:00. Told everybody weeks in advance, 3:00. Be there at least by 3. I didn't have designers coming in until 5.
Damn!
I didn't have artists coming in until the minute of their time slot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. You know, my co-host. Granted, like I said, I love her to death with everything that she did for me.
Time is crazy.
Like,
time is important, bro.
Yeah. So it's like you want to end up making sure that you get people that come on time, prepared, ready to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? My models, granted, they were on time because I was on them about it every single day. Yeah. But sometimes other business owners, other CEOs of their company, they don't think like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't sit here and tell you to do what you got to do for your business. This is your thing. But now you're messing up my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I know the next time I can't use you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that.
Well, I'm going to give you a different time. I'm going to tell you 1:00 when it starts at 3.
Yeah, give you that CP time.
Because at the end of the day, if you showed up, 5 o'clock, 2 hours later, now I know to tell you 2 hours in advance. Every time I talk to you. Yeah, we have a meeting today. When the meeting at 12, I'm going to tell you it's at, you know what I'm saying? Because now I know you're going to show up at 12. And I'm going to be sitting there waiting for you at 12. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's like, I'm like when you lead people and you're a natural born leader, you can kind of understand the place they play in your life. You know what I'm saying? Even though they get on your damn nerves, they might aggravate you. They still play a part in your life. And one thing I learned from my mentor, you know what I'm saying, and he told me was everybody's needed in your life. It don't matter who they are, what they done to you, everybody's needed. And I always take that and strive. Like, even if you might get on my nerves, you can't because you're needed. You have something around that I can utilize. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I can bring it out of you. I can show you what you're really worth. That's my gift. You know what I'm saying? I use it to my best ability, and I continue to sow that seed. Like, yo, you're good at that. Come on, bro.
Keep doing better.
Yeah, like, we got our LSEs. Yo, it's time for you to get yours. Come on, let's do this shit, yo. Because I ain't going to be the only motherfucking boss hanging around. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to be bosses around me.
Right.
You feel me? Even if I got to sit there with you and type the information, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's needed. And if you turn whatever you're doing into an LLC, a real business, then I can use your service. And then I can tell my business partners outside of our relationship about your service. Because that's who, my man, he does his service. My man does fashion shows. I know, you need models? I know a lot of models, you feel me? I know a lot of chicks, honestly. So I can swing them your way. And therefore, that corporation I'm talking about, therefore we work through a corporation. And we're building each other as it continue to swing around. You know what I'm saying? We may have the music for your event. You may got the models for our video. I don't go to nobody else but you for the models and stuff.
And the clothes.
I don't go to nobody else but you. You know, I don't go to nobody else but you. And we continue to build that corporation. Therefore, all the money we making is just full circling, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We just making money together now.
Oh yeah, because I mean that's a lesson that a lot of people need to know. Because one day I got asked to do a 16th birthday party, but the girl who was 16 was the one funding it. You know what I mean? I was like, I gotta say no to this. But you know, going forward, ask somebody, yo, what do you need on your resume? There's a DJ that needs a party on his resume. A lot of other DJs don't. You know what I'm saying? Just like, let's say we need models, right? We need a video shoot done. He also needs free promotion.
Right.
That's that bartering system. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I would never deny free promotion.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if it works right, the camera looks good. I know my models. Let's say if I'm like you, I know my models is going to look how I want them to look. All right.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
a
we
service,
can start
man.
something. You know what I mean?
Like some friendship starts off with the pay.
Yeah.
Some friendship starts off with a borrow. Some friendships, but you got to see how your friendship starts.
Yeah.
If you charge me and we become the best of friends, I just know every time I see you, I'll pay you for your service.
Yeah.
But if you be like, yo, bro, I got these new J's, you know what I'm saying? Let me get that shirt. I know that's how we can service each other. You feel me?
Yeah.
One thing that will never die. There's two things on this earth probably will never fall behind. That's service, and that's this right here, our gadgets, our internet.
Tangible item.
All this stuff right here, the electronics and all the internet, that's gonna keep moving up. Services too, it should move up.
I see you said that with everything, and I'm thinking about my models. For
Mhm.
example, like models, it's hard to figure out a way to pay them without contracting them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Signing them on a contract. With my situation with my models, all of them do these shows for free. What you get in exchange is exposure, networking. You're learning more that you don't already know. You're practicing everything that you gotta get. On top of that, I'm the nice guy. I'll feed you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't eat today? Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, that they definitely are. That's something that I'm still trying to figure out is how to pay my models. You know what I'm saying? Without, killing my pockets out of the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have close to
How many hours do you have them there? Excuse me for cutting you off.
6 hours a week.
All right, so think about it like this: pay them like a job, your corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So start off with like $10 an hour.
For about 20 models.
All right, 20 models.
Dang.
I would break down their service. I would break down what they service me, whichever one, like, cause it got to be broken down in service. If you a McDonald's manager, you know what I'm saying. If you know how to manage, you can manage each model for their service. You know.
And the other thing that I do also is like right now I just started. I shouldn't say that. I have 20 models. 10 of them are experienced. The other 10, I'm training.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not gonna expect for me to pay you for that. But my 10 that I do have, I'm building more connections with them with that situation. So it's like you need me on a day that we're not even modeling to take you somewhere, I got you.
Okay.
You need me to, help you out with some food or some money, I'll slide you that way. You need me to, do something for you, I got you. Just know that I need you for something like this the next time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That sounds like pimping to me. Hey, when the person plays me, it's always a treat. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I got you, baby. But yeah, it do, like, the passion, man. You like, the passion is the reward that you put out and that you get back yourself. Don't like I get that back to you, man. So like when certain people be like, yo, I gotta make bread right now, like Raekwon and Wu-Tang. He was like the one, like, I'm a Wu-Tang geek, but I know he was the one that was always like, yo, where's the bread? I need more bread. But everybody else was trying to elevate the brand to keep it alive to where right now they got a TV show.
When the last time you heard God say he need bread? Or the universe said need bread?
Nobody.
You never heard the universe say I need bread. The universe continue to create every day of its life we wait. So that's all we have to do. It's create.
Constant.
Money was created, so we get to create it.
And honestly, the way you were saying, like, you look out for them, that's payment with
That's
itself.
payment.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't saying that. Yeah,
The training too
that's
is payment.
Yeah, that's payment.
Because it's like, even if you don't work with me anymore, you leave and you go to another company and everything, at least I can sit here and say, I helped you.
Right, compassion.
You did that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially you
The act
have
of compassion. You know.
they got like one little girl.
Okay.
Imagine what she gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then your male and female model leads.
Is it
they
an
help
agency?
everybody else
Is
out?
it? It's an
Yeah,
agency,
I-
right?
Yeah.
So your agency
How about
can also, sign them on the contract, of course, like you already probably have done. Reach out to other, movies and.
That's what we've been working on. Is like, I'm signing you guys on to this, and like, let's say for the company, what you're gonna do if someone wants to do a photo shoot with you, 80% of the money goes to you.
Mhm.
You
Right.
got that. 20 goes into the company.
Damn right, you
That's
got to get paid. The company always has to get paid.
That's how I've been working it with them and stuff like that. If they find somebody that they want to end up working with, they come to me, and we figure that whole entire situation out. We're managing.
Now you
stuff.
have 10 experience and 10
that we're training.
that training. Do the experience through your agency? Do they give lessons as well?
Mhm.
Like, okay,
Yeah, we have two, a male instructor and a female instructor
Nice.
that pretty much teaches the whole class.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of them, everybody's basically. I have experienced models, and they could be cocky enough and choose not to end up coming if they didn't want to.
yeah,
But I've always told them, don't ever stop practicing. You can't ever not get perfect at walking.
wow,
You'll have that one show, that one day where you slip and fall. You know what I'm saying?
Seen it.
You need that balance. You need to make sure that you have that walk, that stride correct. You
Wow.
know, there's someone that's always sitting here better at modeling than you. On top of that, in the modeling game, which I started to realize and started to learn, there's different types of walks in different states. I didn't
Wow.
know that. Philly has a different type of walk compared to how Delaware is. And from what I just found out recently, and I was telling you about it, as of right now, I'm the only one that's putting on shows in Delaware for fashion right now.
You are.
There's no one else that's really doing
I
it.
haven't heard any.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then when you go out to these other states and stuff like that, I can't. Most of my models got rejected. Last week was New York Fashion Week. 11 of my models got rejected because they don't know how to walk that way.
wow.
So it's like, now I have to end up going in training to figure out how they walk, to figure out. So if you're going to expand, we need to expand everything together,
Straight up.
so
Right.
that I can end up making sure that you're good, not just
Tutorials on how to walk. You got any of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We've been
Wow.
working on it, man.
That's
So
nice.
It's
That's
like,
amazing.
it's like
And that's some services like you got here. He can probably do the tutorials and find some dope ones on the internet that y'all can utilize.
and it's like you just gotta make sure that you're on point with it for. But it's like I've been telling my experienced models, like, don't just stop right there. Just because you're experienced, I put you in a couple of shows, you're in a couple of photo shoots and stuff like that. There's never time for you to stop,
Right.
because you're not where you want to be yet. You know what I'm saying? You may think that it is, but I know you're not where you want to be.
Right. You gotta keep practicing.
You know what I'm saying? So they take that to heart. So some of them are really dedicated with that, and they keep pushing as hard as they can to end up making themselves to the top. My unexperienced models are watching them, so they also keep them as mentors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I need to get like them to start doing what I gotta do.
Right.
That's how we've been working it. That's how I've been seeing it.
Okay.
You know, and it's really dope when you get into it. It's
Yeah,
really
right.
dope.
Yeah.
So
That sound like magic, honestly.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great creation, man.
So do y'all travel? Do y'all like?
we've been traveling. We've done Atlanta. We've went to New York. We've Philly, Baltimore, DC. I've done a show in South Carolina, and in Massachusetts.
When is a next show or event that you can invite people to that y'all gonna be at?
for everybody, I'm gonna say March right now.
March. That's the one he got us for.
Cause like that's the one right now where.
Oh, word. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. You got the first state performing, playing. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a treat for you.
Yeah, we locked that in.
We got a treat for y'all. My bad.
Off
though.
the top of my head, it's like March the 21st, because our anniversary is the 25th. And I just sat down with the board and everything like that, and we was like, we want to end up having a band that does like R&B hip hop type of vibes.
Oh man, you
So
in
it's
for a
like-
treat.
You know.
so it's like once we get that, and
man.
I told him I was like, I'm into jazz, but
Okay.
I like hip hop jazz.
Okay.
So it's like I've seen a lot of jazz players that's done like, Nice for What on the saxophone. That's dope to me.
Yeah.
If you can do something like that, you are.
Oh man, you in for a treat.
So that's the type vibes that we're looking for right there.
Okay.
For that show.
Thank you for the info.
Mm-hmm. Psychology, man.
Thank you.
But we're definitely that's the next show that I'm focused on right now as far as with Lituation. Now, if designers want to use my models for other events, I'm still working on all of those right now because there's another show in December that's coming up that one of my designers that I'm cool with wants to use some of my models for. But as far as Lituation, I'm sticking to my shows right now because it's like it's I can't say it's too much, but I gotta focus on my thing first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I know me going out there is the other way around, but as of right now, because of how big and how serious I'm trying to get my state in play, that's where I want to be right now. So that's what I've been focused on. So March 21st.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hometown hero.
Y'all definitely heard it.
That's hometown hero talk, man. Like when you talk about the city first, it's always to be celebrated, man. Because a lot of people leave and they don't even say they from here, man. Magic was just talking about that on Delaware. You feel me? The IG page, and I always appreciate somebody that says, "Yo, I'm going to bring attention to my city. I'm going to do my part."
Right.
It's
You know
the
what I mean?
internet where I'm telling you, like, we got the power, and Delaware is full of geeks, and we got the power. Like, we got it. We cool geeks.
It's like, yeah, like
And
a
at the
geek
end of the
should.
day, it's like, in reality, use the internet to make Delaware known.
Right.
You feel me? That's a big travel.
Use it like a geek.
Cyberspace. Know how to travel in space.
Yeah.
That's what true aliens do.
Mhm.
Honestly, like, we know how to travel and abduct people and tell them, yo, this Delaware is hot, the best. You know what I'm saying? Just put a sprinkle on that shit.
Yeah, I was just out LA doing that.
Yup.
Wherever I go.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with traveling to other states and doing stuff with other states.
I love
but
coming back.
There's so much more work to be done here.
Yeah, I love coming back.
I go to the other states to learn,
What they're doing.
you know what I'm saying? Just to get the same, build the network, you know what I'm saying?
And
Connect
also
the
tell
dots.
them that
Delaware
you gotta come
power.
out Delaware too.
Yeah.
Like I got stuff going on. Y'all gotta come out here as well.
Yeah. Like, it's a big connection out. Like, other states,
Yeah.
I love traveling, man. That's, like, one of my favorite things. Like, we travel a lot, so it's like, that's like, it's a blessing to be able to travel. You know what I'm saying?
And again, I keep saying that even now, the coming back is the best part.
Yeah.
Because you get to share that and then share that energy. You know,
Yeah.
like, again, coming back from LA, that energy is amazing out there.
Yeah, they other states is always going to show somebody else
Yeah.
love, but
It's nothing
your
like
main focus is it's
here.
nothing like home.
right,
Never
right.
nothing like home.
Especially when
Yes.
you created something.
Yes. yes.
Now, if you didn't create something solid here, like, y'all been doing it for 5 years, right?
Yeah, this is
We've
our
been doing the jam
30
session for
30-year
3
anniversary.
years. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We've been doing our MeWe crew
5 years now.
for 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? Starting 2014. So it's like, that's like a solid foundation for us to come back because we know what the core is here. That's our root. We never forget where we come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is where it was birthed. So you always come back to the home.
And that's how you're always supposed to be, even when you are at your top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
gonna come back.
Never forget where you come from.
I remember seeing this YouTube video. He was talking about how how people get connection versus, when people, they trying to get fame. And a connection is always something that you should be striving towards, not striving to fame. You know what I'm saying? You should always strive to connect. Like, you can connect with people at the highest of height. And I'm guessing what the guy was saying in his video essay is you could be as big as the universe is. But if you're not connecting, it's all going to dissipate. It's all going to go away. You know what I'm saying? But you can be like Keanu Reeves and Denzel Washington, people that seek to connect with people. That's the drug that you should be chasing, not the fame. And you can do that a lot here, you feel me? So I asked last question, since you just told us where you see yourself in March, where do you see yourself, this company, what do you see this company doing in 2 years?
Okay.
2021, what are we doing?
Well, what I honestly, the fashion show is going to be consistent. Subject to the Chase Center. That's an annual thing right there for me to stay at the Chase Center.
Nice.
My next biggest thing is to put on a bigger community event. Like, I tried to do it 2 years ago, where most people didn't think about it, but I wanted to do a gospel event.
Nice.
Right in Newcastle. And have, like, either Tamla Mann or Kirk Franklin come out and perform.
Oh, wow.
Just like how they have the jazz festival. I want to try to end up making a gospel festival.
Oh, yeah.
R&B festival. I mean, really start doing, like...
You ever heard of DJ Caddy?
Oh, yeah.
You
I grew up on
get
DJ.
him too.
Yeah.
He played
We're trying to do...
Yeah.
We're trying to bring as many of different cultures into the city as possible, into Newcastle County as possible.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Where you from on Newcastle?
I'm right over north of Wilmington.
What?
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
We need more of that. We need more, because we need more than just the jazz festival, because we need people to not only educate. The jazz festival is great for that, but come on, it's too much old shit.
Yeah.
We need some new shit, man. We need some new blood, man. For real. We need some new shit. I like that idea.
No, you're right, man. That's funny.
When
That's
I
funny.
thought of the gospel event, I was like, do you know how many churches alone is just in Newcastle County? You know how many people come to the churches alone just to...
That's the county. It's not just Newcastle.
The state. It's the county.
Yeah,
The church culture is huge out here.
What?
I got a list at home, and it's just sitting there. There's 135 churches in Newcastle alone.
What?
263 in the city.
Jesus.
Like
and that's recent.
That's recent.
Every corner.
That's recent. That was from last year's. Look.
Wow.
Right on 13 and Newcastle Avenue.
Okay.
Just those two strips right there. There's about 63 churches right there.
Wow. Ain't counting.
So it's like, and they're still building.
Yes,
they're
they
still
are.
building more. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
like
heard there's a couple of churches moving over here from another state too.
You know what I'm saying?
They're getting them tax breaks.
But besides the churches and everything with the gospel event, R&B and hip hop events, I know we have Peace on the Streets that just started, but you need something else there too.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you think about it, I get it with the Peace on the Streets, but that's coming from Philly.
Yeah.
That's not a Delaware.
It's not Delaware.
Yo, that's why we started. That's why we started Mics Up, Guns Up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everybody was doing Fist Up, Gloves Up, or something like that in Philly. But we ended up doing Mics Up, Guns Up.
Yeah.
And that was about, put the gums up, like put it away. You don't gotta have it around everything. It's a fucking cookout, my nigga. Like, eat the food and leave. And if you got beef, stay in the crib. Stop being in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fool with you right now. Like, you dig what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, there has to be something all year round. I just realized they had a Christmas parade and a Thanksgiving parade right in the city. They used to stop that.
Wow.
They stopped that recently, where they don't do that stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We need to start having events, not just in the summertime, but all year round.
All year round.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's something for the youth, the kids, everybody to pretty much do all times. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
That's how it should be.
Well, yeah, yo, we can definitely we'll wrap this up. You know, honestly,
That was a good talk.
Good
Good
I
talk.
tell you, this conversation.
No, because it's
is
usually
endless.
15 minutes. I know we went way over that. Way over that.
Two-part series. Two-part.
However, this is a great connection, and it's definitely me and my brother's first time meeting you guys. So
Yeah.
you know, it's definitely a great vibe, great energy, and again, March 21st.
Yes. March 20th.
Be there. First date jam session will be there. We got the jam session this coming Thursday.
The 27th,
26 is going to be at the
Chris White.
And then the
26.
22nd is going to be at on Fifth and Market.
Yeah.
The whole strip. What else? The September 15th is India Sage's book signing event.
Okay.
So we're gonna be there. You
Yeah.
know, our main man here is going to be debuting his skills officially. You feel me? My boy Riz302, check him out on Instagram. You feel me? He gonna tag this joint when we get in there. We gonna give him this footage. It's my boy for real. He a force. So yeah, man.
Like that, man.
And everything that Lituation got going on. Shout out to Illy
thank you.
Boutique.
Thank you for coming out, man.
Shout out to using, the conglomerate for, their services, the fashion shows. Big
And
project,
look,
man.
I am stoked about March. Seriously.
It's gonna be even huge.
I
It's
got
gonna
a
be
treat.
bigger.
We got a
When
treat
we
for
get
y'all.
off here, I'm gonna tell you some more stuff about it because there's some stuff
Sure.
I just can't say right now.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But
Exactly.
definitely, it's gonna be something that Delaware hasn't seen. It's gonna be something that is gonna surprise a lot of people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm stoked, man. So that's that concludes our first day jam session, business of music, entrepreneur conversation, and I didn't stutter that time.
Word.
All right, let's get it. We out.
Yeah.
Right on.
Wow, yo.